Hola. ¿Qué pasó? ¿Qué? ¿El diablo hiciste el comeback? Que se robe ese. A lo que. Diablo, que rico, loco. ¿Cómo van a meterme?
Y me dejé llevar de la gente. Dije, eso fue para ti, una vez llevarlo, la va a limpiar. No la voy a limpiar. Ella estaba peleando con Inver. La gente, eso fue para ti. Y yo le monté una pila a ella.
Este tipo, el que más se. Diablo.
Dije que yo sí, coño, Santiago. Hermano mío, es así porque tiempo.
Me barrolló. Hayan cantado bueno, ¿no? Oye, estoy live, pónganse si quieren, pónganse a ver la vaina. Estoy live ahí contra los Yankees. Ahora vengo yo no bateo ahora.
Well, he's got great stuff, but what makes his stuff even better is his delivery. Hides the ball for a very long time, high leg kick. By the time the hitter sees it, it's right on top of him. Gunnar Henderson, the leadoff batter, for strike one.
Okay, I believe.
And a foul ball. Cole, in his 13th season, 35 years old, former first-round pick back in 2011. And there's a rocket into the outfield, and that one's going to get into the corner. The throw into second, and it's a double to start the game.
Para que tengan una idea, siempre lo...
Found a way. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it.
¿Todavía no hay pantalla? Ponlo en pantalla, Jota, papi.
Jazz tosses the first. One pitch and one out. Here's Pete Alonso. Fly ball to the outfield for a sac fly, soft ground ball to the right side, find a hole. He can attack this a few ways, but the one thing he can't do is strike out.
Oh,
He held up.
qué bola. No, este juego está...
One away with a runner at third. And another ball.
En la tirada.
Some action here. Good RBI guy at the plate. Runners in scoring position. And the hitters count. Nice grab.
Ajá.
They score a run thanks
Sí, se viene por el error. El tamarindo.
Here's Adley Rutschman.
¿Verdad? ¿Cómo te das cuenta? La botó.
Off balance feet. There's one. What a double play that was. Inning over. Back now with the Bronx. And getting the start for Baltimore, Shane Baz. What's the word on him? Well, there are going to be a lot of balls in play because of the ground ball rate. Important that the defense stays engaged in the game. I think it's critical. Tempo is there. If you work quickly, it helps the fielders behind you to stay engaged, to make those plays, and help.
Oye, si ese tipo me da mucho pausa, si me está viendo live, yo lo voy a aceptar porque no está cogiendo luz.
Pulled hard, but it's a foul ball.
Sí, tengo que probarlo.
Ball one.
¿En qué sentido?
The 1-2. And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes.
Este tipo metió pila de estilo.
He's got an MVP and a Rookie of the Year under his belt. And a guy who's played every day as a first baseman, every day as a right fielder, every day as a center fielder. Really good take. Strike three, and that's two in a row. Two down, base is empty. Here's Judge now. That one hammered, but pulled foul. And Now the 0-1. That one fouled off.
Looks really sharp at the start of this one. This is how it's going to be today. It's going to be a tough one for this lineup.
Out to short. Henderson handles, throws to first. Judge out on the play, and that's the third out. Back in the Bronx, top of the second. Here's Nicholas Castellanos. And the first pitch misses for ball one.
He's clearly trying to work him away here. Both pitches off the plate. If you really want to put the ball in play, you're going to have to stay back and drive it to the opposite field.
No.
This one in the air, center field. Grisham has a beat on it, and there's one down. So digging in, Colton Cowser. And that one is lifted in the air. Grisham gets under it. 2 down. Here's Tyler O'Neill.
Pretty easy to give up on that pitch right there. Started on the edge of the plate with the spin. You know it's going to finish well off the plate.
No.
Started to go at the 2-1. Appeal down to first, and he held up. 2 down, nobody on. And that one fouled off.
I don't know what they are. Yo me está haciendo mi fiel.
Popped up. Right. Under it. And that'll do it. Bottom half of inning number 2. Now up is the Yankees DH, Giancarlo Stanton.
Well, the key to his success is getting ahead early in the count. He cannot afford to go deep in the counts. Doesn't have a ton of swing and miss stuff, so he's going to have to work efficiently.
This one could be trouble. Makes the turn and heads for second. And the bottom of the second starts with a double. Runner in scoring position, no outs. Now it's Trent Grisham to the plate. Gets under it and pops it up. Castellanos under this one. And there's one away. So now with one away and a man at second. So up next for New York, Austin Wells. Kickoff throw. And he just got his hand in there. Slashed foul down the right side. They'll hook off into the seats. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. O'Neill under it. 2 away. And here's the first baseman, Ben Rice.
You have to be careful throwing him breaking pitches, even in an 0-0 count. He loves going after the off-speed stuff, and he's really good at hitting it.
And it's second. In the dirt. The 1-1. Right side, Castellanos. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Back in the Bronx, on to the third inning. Jackson Holiday digs in now. High fly ball out towards left center. And there's one down. Taylor Ward, the next to
Normal.
hit for the Orioles.
Taylor Ward.
When you look at the Yankees and think about all those retired numbers, in fact, no more single digits are available with the exception of 0. Chris, what stands out to you?
Well, for me, it kind of explains why I wore number 80 in spring training with the Yankees, other than the fact I wasn't going to make the team. You look at it, it is pretty difficult, if you would say, as a guy that gets drafted or signs with that team, to think of, man, how am I going to get comfortable with the new number? Because there's not many options left.
Pitch misses, ball 3. So many great players have played for the Yankees, the likes of Gehrig and Ruth and DiMaggio and Mantle. And then the other retired numbers that really represent the most recent path of success, led, of course, by number 2, Derek Jeter.
Yeah, and obviously the one that stands out the most is that number 2. So many people familiar with the iconic shortstop, Derek Jeter, and the championships that the Yankees won while he was team captain. Just impressive, but no question about it. The legacies of the New York Yankees players over the years is very dynamic.
The 1-1. High fly ball out to center field. Grisham settles under this one. And there are 2 outs. I think it's one of the best all time. An art student at UW-Eau Claire created it. It is super creative, and I think one of the better logos we have in the sport.
No.
And it's through for a hit. And now 2 aboard.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
And that is that. Back for more from the Bronx. Bottom of the inning. Ahmed Rosario stepping in now for the Yankees. That's the 3rd. And foul. Yoan. Popped up. Castellanos settles underneath it. 1 up, 1 down. And now it's Anthony Volpe. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. Has room, and he makes the catch. Back to the top of the Yankee order. Jazz Chisholm Jr. now. His first at bat was a strikeout. Check swing called strike. That's strike 1.
That's a real nice cutter right there. I mean, this guy can struggle with the inside pitch at times, so I'd say that's pretty effective if you can continue to command it on that side of the plate.
2 down, nobody on. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And the tying run is on base. Here comes Cody Bellinger. He was a strikeout victim his first time.
Inside.
The 1-1. To the right side. And that's just foul. Chisholm off of first with 2 away. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone.
He locked him up, and that'll do it. The inning is over. As we go to the top of the floor. Here's the Oriole cleanup hitter, Adley.
Capturas de pantalla de una conversación con una mujer, ya sea ella o sea cualquier otra, ya ahí tú violaste todos los códigos. Y por más que tú vengas aquí con tu carita de nene bueno a querer que nosotros te defendamos, no podemos, porque con enterarnos aquí, si nosotros no nos hubiéramos enterado que salieron capturas de conversaciones hoy, a lo mejor yo estaría de tu lado y te cogía la flor y todas las cosas. Pero ¿qué es lo que está pasando? llega, ¿me entiendes? Y es un programa nacional de aquí, que trabaja aquí.
Loco.
Eres empleado de esa plataforma y subir ese tipo de conversaciones. Es más, tú sabes que cuando tú llegues a tu trabajo mañana te vas a dar un fuerte.
Nick Castellanos at the plate now. Right to center his first time.
Nick Castellanos.
Eso es compartir información privada de otra persona. Es como sacar una foto de seguro social y postearla.
And that one hammered. That's down. One hops off the wall. Here's the throw.
He was all over that one. Anytime you rip it up and drive the other way.
New pitcher for the Yankees, Brent Hedges.
And that's a big potential run out there at second as he comes in trying to keep the deficit. The infielders.
What?
That will rocket to right center. Way back there. And forget it.
A también.
A two-run homer. And they add on. It's 3-0. Tyler O'Neill, the next to hit for the Orioles. A little out front there as he swings through it. Heads, 28 years old. And he found his way onto the team after being claimed off waivers. Swings through that one for strike 2. Inside almost got it. Swings and misses. The high heat too much on that one. 2 outs, base is empty. So next to him for Baltimore, Jackson Holliday. That's towards center. Grisham under it. And that is that. Here at New Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, ready to go, bottom 4. Aaron Judge stepping in now for the Yankees. Ground ball left side. Machado throws to first in time. 1 pitch and 1 out. Giancarlo Stanton at the plate. Doubled his first time. This one smacked out to left center. A dive, and he can't haul it in. Around first, heading for 2. And he'll reach second with 1 away.
First pitch swinging, went up there with a plan to be aggressive. Hooked around that pitch on the outside, but he was still able to square it up pretty nicely. And that takes quick, strong wrist to pull that off.
Drive out to right center. Way back there. Look out. Gone. A 2-run blast. And they cut into the deficit. He only needed 1 swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at-bat, Boo. Aggressive, and it paid off.
Line drive, he brings it down. Ben Rice stepping in now for the Yankees. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Smashed that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
Big weekly on the ground, and it goes just foul. 3-0-1. Hit on the ground at the middle. That's a base hit. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away. And here is Anthony Volpe. Tap foul at the plate.
He's a bad ball hitter, so even if you get him to chase pitches outside the zone, he still might beat you. Not an easy out by any means.
Here's the drive left field, and he
Habla para último.
It's their second home run of the inning. 2 down. Jazz Chisholm Jr. stepping in now for the Yankees. Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a ball lifted left field.
There you go.
On the move. Pulls it down and he makes the catch.
Sí. A mí no me están compartiendo la pantalla y te ven y ya. Ya me deja de ver el juego
All
de
set for the start of the inning. Leading off, Taylor Ward. One down.
Es verdad, ¿no? 5-3 que están.
Clearly ready to hit right there. First pitch of the inning hits a bullet, and it just is one of those bad luck ABs.
Henderson up for the third time here. Watches that one miss. In the air, left field. Brings it in. That's out number 2. Here's Machado, 1 for 2.
Tranquilo, amigo.
First offering is fouled
Tranquilo,
off.
amigo. Este me va a ganar.
Two down, nobody on.
Amigo, mira cómo van a ganar ya.
And it finds its way through for a hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. I really like that swing, man. He didn't just push it the other way through the infield.
Mira, yo no sé, amigo, yo estoy jugando. Yo no sé. Pero no solo si no pueden jugar, juegan mañana.
Back at Yankee
¿Cuál es el problema de los dos?
Well, he's been knocked around pretty good so far, but they've got him back out there at least to begin the inning.
Yeah, and you wonder just the strength and perhaps the health of that bullpen for him to go back out there. But he's taking this one for the team. Perhaps he can stabilize things and the offense can score some runs for him.
Hopped up. Holiday should have this one. And there's one away. Now it's Aaron Judge up to the plate. Has grounded out a couple of times.
Oh, that's far.
That's a bullet, but it goes foul.
Es el primero. Ahí puse una vaina.
Comes up empty. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. There comes an 0-2 to Judge. This to third, Machado. Home after the 5th inning, moving along, 2 quick outs.
Y yo estoy live. Ya tú sabes.
Out front with the swing, and that is strike 1. Swings through that one out in front that time. And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout.
Ay, mira lo que tiraron, ya tú sabes. La MLB The Show, espérate. Ahora mismo, we are aware of players using exploits, cheats, and unauthorized tools to gain an unfair advantage, which is against our terms of service. Baby, I don't understand it.
Sorry, it's first. One pitch and one out. So next to hit for Baltimore, Nick Castellanos.
Basquetbol me espera con el 3.0.
And it finds its way through for a hit. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Time on the swing was good.
Probably
would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
No, loco.
They couldn't have asked for a better out. Makes a great play on the line drive, and they keep the runner.
I know how important it is to be neutral to your family.
First, just like that, they're almost out of the inning.
O'Neal Now in the box.
Mala, yo estoy dando la red. Ay, Dios mío.
In the dirt.
The
Orioles with the tying run at the plate, and we're in the top half of the sixth. That's out to center field. Grisham settles under it, and that'll do it.
La Patilla. We are actively working to address this issue through the season.
Back in New York, bottom of the sixth. Trent Grisham stepping in now for the Yankees.
Now pitching for the Orioles.
De la casa de los Foques. Coño, ¿verdad que está viendo
Push
eso?
to the left and foul.
You know, these Yankees, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. We've heard lots of loud noise coming from their bats in this one, haven't we? I mean, they've logged 6 hits at 90+ exit velocity, and that doesn't happen by accident.
5-3 ball game.
And on the mound, they can't be feeling too comfortable either. With the way these guys are hitting the baseball, it makes it harder to come into the strike zone for fear of getting hit hard.
In the air to left center. Ward sizing it up. 2 down.
Hey, man, 4 pitches, 2 outs. That is an excellent pace.
Right. The batter now as he swings and misses for strike 1. Hit in the air out to center field. And that is the
¿Y verdad que yo no se mueve 3 carreras?
Back at Yankee Stadium. Here's the second baseman, Jackson Holliday.
Chach. Estoy jugando legal. La patilla, la patilla. Sí, ¿tú sabes qué? Time free para ti.
Now. High fly ball down the left field line.
No la pica.
Before it dropped foul.
Vea, ¿a quién? ¿Santander? ¿Cuántas bolas? Ay, tú sabes que me va a comprarlo. Tiempo que dijo para. Pasa, bola. Es verdad, le hago.
But no chance. That's an infield single.
Good 2-strike hitting right there, Boog.
Porque se queda.
Lost start for some, so that
Fernando Cruz gets the call from the men.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Got it started a little too early. Strike 1.
These guys are looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ballgame.
Swing and a miss. And now
Pero legal, un mojón legal.
Quick toss at first. Tries to get back and save.
Se fue la luz.
Tying run at the plate. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Gunnar Henderson getting ready to hit. 1 for 3.
Se fue la luz.
That's ripped into the outfield. And that's got extra bases written all over it. Runner around third on his way to the plate. And now they trail by 1.
Well, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. I'll tell you, when you smoke the line drive into the gap like that, I mean, sure, home runs are king, but I feel like nothing makes you feel like a true professional hitter more than a bolt the other way.
This one kicks away a little as he can't squeeze it. Runner stays where he is, but the count moves to 2-0. So the tying run is second.
O sea que no. Ellos pueden cometer cualquier error. Menos es.
Single base runner because of all the power. They are dangerous. To tie
this
thing up or take the lead. And that's ball 4. And the go-ahead run is on base. Big at bat now as the polar bear, Pete Alonso, steps in. You gotta feel like there's a pretty good chance this game is gonna turn.
Coge el bolazo, concho.
That one misses. That's 5 straight.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boo.
Swing and a miss.
Bueno, pero no olvidando al Spliet.
Off speed. He needs to elevate here with 2 strikes out of the zone.
Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Headed for the plate. Here comes the throw.
Abajo. Bueno, esto es lo que es empate, hombre.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes. We've seen high base hits through the infield. He just kind of rolled over.
Mira, tú sabes.
And very nicely done for the out.
Parece que tiró mal ese video. Y mira quién viene a pichar. Y él va a tirar el líder primer picheo.
It might even inspire a few more web gyms before the game is over.
Castellanos in the box as he fouls off the first pitch. 2 on, 2 outs. And it's 1-1. That one missed.
It's a big opportunity right here, but I love the way he's slowing the game down. He's shrinking his zone, making sure he gets the pitch that he wants to hit.
Swing, and he popped it up. Right. In position. And that's the third.
Ya se arregló, vi que dijo Rosa.
Back here in New York, set for the last half of the 7th. Ahmed Rosario stepping in now for the Yankees. Swing and a ground.
Mira, pero este mojón de...
So the go-ahead run is on base with a knock. And the batter will be the shortstop, Anthony Volpe. Ground ball could be 2. Here's Holiday for 1. And they get him easily at first. It's a double play. Now it's the second baseman, Jazz Chisholm Jr. Makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. Back now in the Bronx. We're at the top of the 8th. Cowser now at the left-hander out of the bullpen, Tim Hill.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with a lefty hitter coming up. I think it's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing team did that to me.
On the ground, Volpe throws to first in time, and that's one away as the leadoff man is out in the 8th. Now it's the right fielder, Tyler O'Neill.
Nasty backdoor slider. There's really nothing you can do with that if you swing at it, so it's a good take by him. No need to offer that pitch until you get to 2 strikes. It's just a low percentage of success when you want to try to go after that.
Now this ball is well hit.
Bola, pero vamos, vuela.
And it one-hops the wall. And he's
in second base with one away
as the go-ahead run.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands.
Ya son Holiday, pero de por Dios.
You put a great swing on that ball. Took the barrel right to it. Nice extension as well. 105 exit velocity. That tells you everything you need to know about that swing.
Swing and a foul out of play.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up. Try to track the ball. Block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about. But some way, somehow, climb back into this at-bat through the count.
Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. Bellinger makes the grab. 2 away now. Go ahead run on base. Taylor Ward, the next to hit for the Orioles.
Definitely a swing and miss slider down and in. He finished that really well. Just couldn't get him to offer at it.
Oh, no.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit, it's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
Runner around third on his way to the plate. He'll score. It's an RBI single. They lead it in the 8th. 2 outs. Runner on first. And now the shortstop, Gunnar Henderson. Center field. Grisham on the move, and he hauls it in.
Ponlo en pantalla, Jota,
Yankee
dale.
Stadium in the Bronx. On to the bottom of the 8th. Cody Bellinger stepping in now for the Yankees. High fly ball lifted in the air right field. And there's one down. It's Aaron Judge now. 3 groundouts already. He's 0 for 3. And that one fouled off. Looking to get the tying run on base.
Yes, he did.
Check swing, appeal to first. No swing, just held it back there. Turned on, but that's foul down the third baseline.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. I really think the outer half is open.
Ball 2.
And a foul ball, he stays alive. The Orioles holding on to a 1-run lead near the bottom half of the 8th inning. Breaking ball misses up and in. Takes over on the mound.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect the tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
And he gets out for a base hit. And that puts the tying run on base. Here's Stanton now.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
And he swings and misses at the initial offering.
If you're a base runner, you've got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get in the scoring position.
That one outside. And that's ball 1. Judge, the runner at first with 1 gone in the inning.
No, hey,
And a count 1 and 2.
Just missed. If he's able to connect on that, look out.
Stays alive.
yeah.
And a 1-2 again. Just off the outside part of the plate.
No, we used to say, if you're scared, get a dog. Throw the fastball, man.
If you're scared,
get a dog,
come
man.
on.
Just get a dog.
3-2. And that's too high, ball 4. And the go-ahead run is on base. So the batter now will be Trent Grisham. He's already homered here in this one.
Ah, coño.
Picked off.
What are you doing?
Tap foul at the plate.
Ah, pero que está viendo eso, está atrasadísimo. Hace rato que pasó eso. Ese hace rato, no solamente que se han muerto, los niños que han nacido, no sé si tenemos.
Here's the catcher, Austin Wells.
Okay.
0 for 3 in this one. First pitch just misses. The new pitcher in the game, number 70. And time called at the plate. Maybe.
Que tú sí, que yo no.
To slow things down here in a crucial spot.
How does me? I'm not talking to you.
Oh, great spot. He's looking to come through with that go-ahead run on base.
And that misses. Ball 2.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
And that one is inside. Big spot. 2 out. Both the tying and go-ahead runs are aboard. High fly.
Vamos.
Back. Just missed it. Back in the Bronx.
Showtime, non running to start.
We go to the righty reliever out of the pen.
Pretty tight game.
I love it.
Looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
That's the ball.
Swing and a ground ball. Now one gone in the ninth. And now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso. That one lifted to left. Bellinger has a beat on it. Takes it in for the out.
As good as he's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand, you cannot hang a breaking ball right there. Lucky it stayed in the ballpark.
Rutschman at the plate now, and that's strike one.
Not looking like they'll be adding any insurance runs heading to the bottom of the ninth, so it's going to be on the bullpen to hold this lead.
2 down, nobody on. Into center and a base hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
I'm sure that feels pretty good after going hitless in this one so far. You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful
Sends it across the first, and Castellanos. Back in the Bronx. All set for the bottom of the ninth. And Rice stepping in down for the Yankees.
Ay, mi madre. Papá. La fallé.
And the tying runs at second base with a double.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. Nice job of driving that on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Next one misses. Ball one. Just off the inside edge.
Really been able to slow down the game tonight with his at-bats, and the biggest one he's had so far, he doesn't look anxious at all.
There's a strike. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Yeah, the whole team trying to pull it out. Line drive, base hit. And now the winning run.
Bueno mío.
Back-to-back singles for him. Pretty much a
Double
monster
play
on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap, and I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to bomb. So many positives that led to that knock.
And now Anthony Volpe back up the. Oh, that got him. Aimed to score from third. To first and beats it. Everyone's sick.
Qué maldito segundo va a ser el diablo
One scores in the play. Now Jazz Chisholm Jr. steps up for a big at bat. Throw to second, safe. Misses off the inside. And that's ball one. Puts a bunt down. Throw on to Castellanos. And that is a big first out. Big spot, and Cody Bellinger stepping to the dish. Golden opportunity right here.
Here's a sac fly situation, and he's going to make sure he gets the ball out over the plate with his arms
out towards right center field. Brings it in. Runner tags for home.
No, pero mira el tiro que tiene ese mojón, loco. No, pero qué mentira, loco.